What's your name?
Attempt to commit suicide.
Emmanuel Jeremiah. Where do you worship? Elisha Parish. You said your shepherd is a Tibetan, Marcus, and he knows you, and your mother is working with that shepherd.
Yes, sir.
Does that shepherd know that your mother does all this?
No.
Wow, my power go smart. Kini mama yẹn sọ alpha.
Okay. Mo wà ní side Genesis. Bẹ́ẹ̀. No, ẹ má wọrí, mo ń bọ̀ nílé.
Ó ní ṣé kí wọ́n á bẹ́ ń bẹ̀ báyìí, ó ní ẹ má wọrí, mo ń bọ̀ nílé. Tó o bá mọ ibi tó rán mọ́ lọ, báwo lè ṣe máa níṣẹ́ kó wá bá ń bẹ̀? Ó dẹ̀ ní ó ní mental problem, ó máa wà alright. Ọlọ́run ó máa wà alright. Kó mọ̀ wípé ọmọ kékeré tẹ̀ ń bá ta yìí, ẹ lè jẹ. Gòláyàtì ní gbogbo ohun tó gbé wọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n kó ọmọ páwa ní ohun tá a fi ń record voice èèyàn. Ohun tó bọ́mọ ẹ̀ sọ, orí fóònù wa kọ́ ló ti bá wa sọ. But àwa ní tracker tó mad. Ìwọ bẹ́yìn méjì sọ̀rọ̀ lórí fóònù yín, àwa máa mú wọn jáde fún ẹ. Báwo la ṣe mú voice ẹ? Ogun kan la fi ń sọ ọ̀nà ẹni tó máa jẹun gbọ̀ngbọ̀n yá tilẹ̀ bọ̀. Sir.
Sometime in September, you, Prophet Dele Ogundipe, you called me. In fact, that very day I was busy. I was trying to arrange my tickets. I was traveling to Abuja to have an interview with the former First Lady. And you apologized profusely. You even told me on phone that you are ready to tell your pregnant wife to use her pregnancy to kneel down for me, to beg me. You told me that you are expecting me to come to your house, that anytime I'm coming, I should just make a call. You will wait for me at the T-junction. You will take me, you will open your house, you will show me your bedroom, you will show me your toilet, you will show me your sitting room. Well, it's a very, very emergency one. Let me first greet everybody, all of our viewers around the world. A Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Today is Boxing Day in Nigeria. Today is December 26, year 2019, and we are just 26 minutes after 6. I want to greet you all, and I want to thank you, people that have called in from all over the world to commend us for what we're doing. I want to thank our very good friends in Canada, Ontario, our friends in America, our friend in London, and every other part of the world, lovers of Asabi Africa TV. I got a very, very wonderful call from a very good friend in Ontario this evening who was thanking us for our good efforts at using our program to change the perspective about Christianity and to search for credible intelligence that can aid our people in the art of getting the wherewithal to relate with God in a very good way, so that they will not become victims of very evil-minded shepherds, men of God, that are now prowling around town in the name of Christianity, We also got a call from London. In fact, several calls from London. I want to thank all of you that called from the United Kingdom, thanking us for our efforts at Asabi Africa. This evening, I will like to react to something very brief, because when I came across this issue, I was surprised, I was shocked. I think it all started the second week of December, and I initially said I will not react to it, but some of my friends in the intelligence community said we should try to react, and I think this is a very serious broadcast. But the subject matter, the man that is at the center of the whole issue, I'm not here to chastise you or to talk you down or to abuse you or to say things that are not very Christian-like about you. I appreciate you, and I think all I need to do is to correct you and correct your impression, because when I saw the video and when people called my attention to the video, I was very shocked, and I asked myself that where is the spirit of understanding in all this? I was shocked, and I asked myself, where is piety and where is fortitude, and where is knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and even, let's say, the fear of God? It has to do with the story of Prophet MKO Tibetan and one prophet Dele Ogundipe, Genesis Parish, Celestial Church of Christ. Yes, for a long time we've been speaking with men of God, people of different religious background, especially in the Christian faith, who have been talking about things as related to Christianity. If you look at our channel very well, we cherish the knowledge of making people to understand what to do with their God-given time. We cherish the knowledge to help people to navigate their Christianity. We cherish the knowledge to help people to be able to choose the right place to worship, the right place to connect to God. We believe that in this very present time, we have a lot of accidental Christianity, or let me say accidental encounters in the Christian circle. People find themselves in churches that they think is good for them, but spiritually it's not good for them. So on our channel, we try to reach out to men of God who can say the truth, who can orientate people, who can give good direction. And one of them is Prophet MKO Tibetan. We've known him in the last 4 years. He has been a very good source of knowledge. To some extent, he has been an ombudsman. An ombudsman that we sincerely believe can help us navigate, can help us direct. To some extent, not everybody is whole. Can help us to enlighten us on one or two areas. Funny enough, it's of the Celestial Church of Christ faith. You will discover that some of the African churches that are very synonymous with Africa is the Adhere. We've spoken to the head of Adhere, our father, His Eminence, Reverend Dr. Rufus Oshitelu. Very great man, a man of Bible, a man of spiritual discernment. We spoke with him at Ogiri. We spoke to him almost 2 times at Ogiri in Ogun State. The other one is Kerubu and Serapho, which is a very great church too. And from time to time, we've been able to speak to some very genuine prophets in that church. And Celestial Church of Christ, of course, that is a fantastic church, one of the best churches in the world, one of the most authentic church. Of course, We have other great churches around the world. We have the Catholic Church, we have the Anglican Church, we have the Baptist Church, we have the Christ Apostolic Church, we have the Apostolic Church, we have the Gospel Faith Mission. These are churches with good Christian ethics. But if you look at the other churches, the spiritual churches, you see that these are churches that were created for our own peculiar challenges in Africa, our peculiar situation. But what happened in the second week of December was so funny. For a long time, we've been able to speak with Prophet Marcus, who has been like an ombudsman, a very good man, very wonderful prophet, a very genuine prophet, very creative prophet, and very innovative prophet. We've also spoken to a lot of other people, but peculiarly we've spoken to Prophet Tibetan severally because there are always issues that he has been able to help us put light to. And to some extent, I think he's a very peculiar prophet. Since I ran into him in the year 2012, I have discovered so much about him, and I've discovered that he's a prophet that you cannot define. You know, there are some people you meet in life, you want to define them, you want to put them to their own class. You want to classify them, you want to brand them. But Prophet Marcus is a very different ball game. We've met several prophets, we've met men of God from Christ Apostolic Church up to Celestial Church, up to Kerubu and Seraphim. But when I met Prophet Marcus, there was something very peculiar about him. And from time to time, he has not changed. He has been a prophet, a seer, a physician, a healer. He's an all-inclusive prophet. When you say prophet, who understand the dynamics of herbs, who understand the dynamics of psalm, who understand the dynamics of prayer, who understand the dynamics of spiritual healing, then you can say you are meeting someone that is a total package. And people like that are peculiar, they are scarce. We don't always get them around, and it is only in rare circumstances. But fortunately enough, he's also an orator. He's almost like an activist, because he's somebody that frowns at the bad element, the things that happen in society. He does not condone rubbish. He does not condone poverty. Personally, I have benefited from him in terms of intellectual development, in terms of what will make you to grow from ground zero to a ground of heroism. But what happened in December was very funny. The other prophet, let me call him a prophet. A lot of people will call him a pastor, but in Celestial Church there is only one pastor, and that pastor is the founder SB Joshua. God bless his soul. And somebody is there now who is the first son, Pastor Emmanuel Mubi Joshua. There's just one pastor. There's one single pastor in the whole Celestial Christ. So let me say, Prophet Ogundipe. Let's call him a prophet for the sake of the fact that he called himself a prophet. I saw a video where you shared a video on the internet, and you said the boy came to your church from the church or the parish of Prophet MKO Tibetan. I think that was Monday. Is it 11, 12, 13, 14? Yes, Monday 11th December. Yes, I think it was Monday 9th of December. You said the boy came to your church and the boy tried to jump into the well, and good enough, in your own very good wisdom, you decided to make it a very big story. First and foremost, let's look at the technicality of the story. You said you are praying and that you gave a message to your church that somebody is planning to do evil, or somebody is planning to destroy your image and plan something bad, that somebody is trying to destroy your image and plan something bad in your church and all that. And suddenly they came to call you that a boy was trying to jump into the well, and eventually you got the boy. He was a young boy, 24-year-old or 23, and you eventually decided to take the boy, arrest the boy, and lock the boy up, and there was a video you shared because you told your church members to share the video.
Is that correct? Yeah. God bless you. What's your name?
Attempt to commit suicide.
Emmanuel Jeremiah. Where do you worship? Elisha Parish. You said your shepherd is a Tibetan, Marcus, and he knows you, and your mother is working with that shepherd.
Yes,
Does that shepherd know that your mother does all this?
No, he doesn't have time
to attend to anybody.
No, he attends to people, but not me, because my mom also attends to people too.
In the church too.
She did this for me.
Why would do you believe in Christianity? Is it good for a celestial child to do incision? This is fresh.
Yes.
When did this happen?
Like a week.
Do you know maybe this thing has even pushed you to want to die? Do you know how handsome you are? I want to be your brother. I want to be your mentor. But I won't let you go. Let us take the case, write it, do what you're supposed to do. I'm not saying anything against you. I'm only tired because death, life is not what they joke with in Nigeria. Ọmọ mi kálùtì, kí ni ìrètí mi? Gbogbo kúrò tá a fẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀ka sùn. Wọ́n á ní tí ò bá ń ṣe àwa la pa kí ló dà báwo ló ṣe dẹ́yìn chọ́ọ̀chì wa? Ẹ̀yìn chọ́ọ̀chì wa ni kànga wà lé àánú o. Ṣé ẹni tó bá yẹ kí mo sọ pé ká má ní kànga lé àánú sọ wọ́n á ní sẹ̀lẹ̀ Genesis kò ní kànga lé àánú o. Tó bá jẹ́ pa máa ń sábà lọ bẹ̀ kó jẹ́ kànga tí kò ní tó tọ́sílẹ̀ àti bẹ̀sì. The lady that saw her needs to be awarded. The lady that saw her, let the church take her education up.
Thank you, Daddy.
From now to university. Because she has saved the church from everlasting shame. Because tọmọ yìí bá kú, even kan ṣe investigation, kò sí investigation tó máa sọ wípé fún rẹ̀ ló bẹ́ sí kànga. Whatever, all them at the church yẹn ni, a ní ọpẹ́ tá a fẹ́ ṣe lálẹ́. So take the keys up, please go, I'm waiting. Say the name video.
Well, it was so funny because you said this young man was trying to commit suicide in your church, and the other aspect is that you said you saw some incision around the neck of the boy's limb, that there's incision on his hand, and the boy said it was his mother. Good enough, the video you recorded and you put to the public space, the boy said his mother did it for him, and you tried to ask him. You are even the one interviewing the boy, which is a very good one. Anyway, I didn't know you were a good journalist. You know, you try to ask him that does the man of God, you are able to establish that his mother is working with Prophet MKO Tibetan. Then you ask if the prophet is aware that the mother does the incision, and the boy said no. You even try to ask if the prophet engages in such mundane or spiritual activities. The boy said no, but his mother also have her own people. She also attend to people. That is by the side. And you said when they were trying to arrest the guy, when they were taking him to the police station, a call came around 2 a.m. in the middle of the night. You even played the voice to the church that somebody called the young boy, and the person said, "How far?" And later the mother tried to take the phone and say, "Where are you?" And the boy said, "He's at Genesis Parish," which is your own parish. And eventually you said they were trying to ask the boy, "How far? That have you been able to do what we send you to do?" First and foremost, for someone that is very intelligent, and someone that is, I'm not saying you are not intelligent, sir, with you, of course, for you to have been able to go far that way, you are intelligent in your own way. But first and foremost, somebody would have asked that if somebody sends someone to go and commit suicide, is it possible that you call the person on phone to ask how far? Then how far what? Is it how far have you killed yourself? Or how far have you committed the suicide?
Smart. Kí ni mama yẹn sọ? How far?
Okay. Mo wà ní sáìdì Genesis. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. No, ẹ má wọrí, mo ń bọ̀ nílé.
Ó ní ṣé kí wọ́n á bẹ́ẹ̀ mbẹ̀ báyìí, ó ní ẹ má wọrí, mò ń bọ̀ nílé. Tó o bá mọ ibi tó rán mọ́ lọ, báwo ló ṣe máa níṣẹ́ kó wá bá ń bẹ̀? Ó dẹ̀ ní ó ní mental problem, ó máa wà alright. Ọlọ́run ó máa wà alright. Kó mọ̀ wípé ọmọ kékeré tẹ̀ ń bá ta yìí, ẹ lè jẹ. Gòláyátì ní gbogbo ohun tó gbé wọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n kó ọmọ páwa ní ohun tá a fi ń record voice èèyàn. Ohun tó bọ́mọ ẹ̀ sọ, orí fóònù wa kọ́ ló ti bá wa sọ. But àwa ní tracker tó mad. Ìwọ bẹ́yìn méjì sọ̀rọ̀ lórí fóònù yìí, àwa máa mú wọn jáde fún ẹ. Báwo la ṣe mú fún ìṣẹ́? Ogun kan la fi ń sọ ọ́nà ẹni tó máa jẹun gbọ̀ngbọ̀n yá tilẹ̀ bọ̀. Sir.
That is by the side. Then you made mention that it was Prophet MKO Tibetan that called the young man at that ungodly hour of the night. Of course, the young man came to your crusade. He came, which nobody will ever know what happened. Nobody knew who invited him. Maybe he strayed into your church. And you are saying that Prophet Marcus called him. But unfortunately, from our investigation, Prophet Marcus was already in America. In fact, I think 2 weeks before that incident. Yes, I want to believe 2 weeks before the incident, or roughly a couple of days before that incident. This year alone, we've tried to interview Prophet Marcus. He's been in America he has traveled roughly more than 5 times or 7 times or 8 times to America. Not just America, London, Belgium, some other countries, trying to do what God put in his hand or what God has called him to do. Now, when you said that with a definite, you said it with a definite tone, and you even announced it to your congregation. But you're a prophet. You are an anointed man of God. With due respect, you're a prophet. Someone would have expected that there should be a soul search. That is by the side. Then the mother of the boy, funny enough, the mother of course lived in there's what we call Ayika of Prophet Marcus Church. And she's been there. She's one of those people. You know, in Celestial Church, there is this sense of mercy, this sense of helping people to stand or to live their life. Yes, the woman lives there. But if you look at that boy critically, you will discover that the boy is a special child. And when I say a special child, I will not use my mind to say everything. He is a boy, from my own understanding, that has a peculiar challenge somehow. And we are not here to celebrate the parent or to celebrate that misfortune. I will call it misfortune of existence or natural misfortune. But we are just here to try to see the issue, to analyze the issue, and to correct impression. Because why I'm making this video is simple. You mentioned my name. You said I give undue advantage to Prophet MKO Tibetan, and in one of your sermons, the video was sent to me by someone from London. You mentioned that I don't even know how to interview, that I whine people.
And that guy that called himself Asabi Africa was busy interviewing herbalists because he wanted to make a name. When I say, are you telling me Genesis is fake? No wonder when we went to him, we didn't see him. He was afraid of us.
When I watched the video, I was surprised because sometime in September, you, Prophet Dele Ogundipe, you called me. In fact, that very day I was busy. I was trying to arrange my tickets. I was traveling to Abuja to have an interview with the former First Lady, Ms. Abacha, and I was in the middle of that exercise when I kept receiving a call, a peculiar number. Yes, I'm familiar with the number to some extent. A number kept coming. The number kept coming. And eventually when I picked the number, it was you. It's just unfortunate that I didn't know you were going to call that day. You know, I was not even prepared because I was on the road. And you called, you apologized. You said you apologized for what something you did to me in 2016 or I think 2016. And you apologized profusely. You even told me on phone that you are ready to tell your pregnant wife to use her pregnancy to kneel down for me, to beg me. You told me that you are expecting me to come to your house, that anytime I'm coming, I should just make a call. You will wait for me at the T-junction. You will take me, you will open your house, you will show me your bedroom, you will show me your toilet, you will show me your sitting room. You even told me that if you know my place, you will come to my place and you will get into my kitchen and eat food, that I should please forgive you, that you didn't intentionally disrespect me. You said a lot of things that I cannot even recollect now. You know, you even told me that you are ready to meet Prophet Tibetan, that I should come, that you are going to put yourself in the car and you will drive to his church and you will tell him some things and you will apologize that is your father, that there's nothing bad in him disciplining you or encouraging you or giving you advice. I was very happy with you for that decision to have called me. Yes, what you did in 2016 was very bad, but that's a story for another day. But that you apologized to me so much and you say you want to be my friend, that I should come to your house, that you are going to open your door for me, you are going to make your wife to kneel down and use the pregnancy in her tummy to beg me. Those are the things I can recall, because I was not preparing for that call that day. Because I was on the road and I was busy. I was trying to catch up my traveling documents. However, I'm so surprised that the same you was saying that, that you are even telling your boys on the altar that anywhere they see Asabe, they should beat him up. That everyone, you know, for a man of God, a prophet of God, a leader of a church, to open his mouth and be talking about trying to tell people to act, to incite people to fight, to beat, to hunt, is something that I cannot comprehend spiritually, psychologically, and intellectually. I can't comprehend it. Then let's go back to the mother. The mother of that boy, eventually within that week, she was able to summon courage. When they got to the police station, they discovered that the man who called in the middle of the night was not Prophet Marcus. It was just one of his shepherds. Because the woman said she woke up middle of the night and she was afraid, because her boy is a special child, and anytime he goes out, they have to use phone to monitor him, to ask him, where are you? Or to call and say, please come home. Sometimes the boy can even go for days. From what we investigated, he can go for days and the mom will be praying and wishing God to direct him back home. This is a peculiar challenge that can happen to anybody. We pray it's not our portion, and I pray that that mother will also get miracle at the end of the day. Now, when she called her son, hello. Now, when she called her son, she wanted to find out where he is, and she told the shepherd to please help call my son. She said, I don't have credit, call this boy. I have a feeling that this boy might have been endangered somewhere, because I didn't see him come home and I slept off. My phone is not even filled. And the shepherd, who is a ministering shepherd in the parish, used his own phone to call. Unfortunately, the man said, how far? Maybe that is how you talk to young people. Who knows? Of course, to somebody that is sound, it feels somehow. Somebody that is intelligent, it feels somehow. But the man might not even know that is a very horrible or unfortunate statement. But he just say, Emmanuel, or what's his name? How far? And the woman collected this and said, where are you? he said, oh, I'm in Genesis. And the woman said, ṣé ká wá mú ẹ ńbẹ̀ ni? Ṣé o máa wálé àbí ká mú ẹ lọ́la? That statement means that ṣé ká wá mú ẹ means that the boy is somebody that has a peculiar challenge. Ṣé ká wá mú ẹ means that should we come and pilot you out of the place? Should we come and take you out of the place? What they should have done is that they would have told him, tí jumps no do any. Ṣé o tí ráyè kò sínú kànga ni? They should have been able to ask him that, but they didn't ask him that. They asked him, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ibo ló wà? Because he's a very special child. And when I say special in quotation, I don't want to say much. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí ọmọ wa ní ọdẹ orí. And that to you as a shepherd was that they were asking him, have you jumped into the well? I mean, on your profile, you said you attended Obafemi Awolowo University. And I'm very sure that you are not a liar. I'm very sure you're a very truthful person. I'm sure you have a certificate for that school that you attended. I believe that you attended Obafemi Awolowo University. And for that reason, I believe you are very intelligent. That you would not have think that way. That the meaning of how far or Shekawa Mwembe is that have you jumped into the well? That is by the side. Again, when the mother spoke eventually, of course the mother gave kudos to Prophet Marcus that look, I have been living with the prophet for years. The prophet is taking care of my children. In fact, from what we found out, the prophet is even sponsoring the education of 2 of her children who were born in that parish when she had a peculiar challenge. When she was having peculiar challenge, God delivered her and she gave birth to 2 beautiful twins. And the prophet is one of these financiers according to our findings. And this boy too is under the same shade.
Kí ni ẹ lè rí sọ sí Prophet Marcus pẹ̀lú ìwà wọn àti iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ wọn níbí fún ìgbà tẹ́ fi wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn?
Kò sí tó burú nínú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Mi ò bá ṣe burúkú lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ rí. Iṣẹ́ tó dáa ni. Ẹni tí ò rí jẹ tó máa wá sọ́dọ̀ wọ́n á rí jẹ. Ẹni tí ò rí mu wọ́n á rí mu. Kò ṣe bí kò ṣe kà. Aláàánú ni. So àánú ẹ̀yẹn náà ló gbé mi dúró síbi títí dìsìn.
Ǹjẹ́ ẹ rí ohun kan bí méjì tẹ́lẹ̀ fi ṣàkọwé pé bóyá ohun tí ò tọ́nà nínú Celestia tí wọ́n ṣe ní ìgbà tẹ́ fi wà níbí pẹ̀lú wọn àdìgbà tẹ́ tí ń jọ́sìn pẹ̀lú wọn?
Ṣé níbi lọ́dọ̀ wọn?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Rárá o, ìlànà ni wọ́n tẹ̀lé.
Wọ́n tẹ̀lé. Ǹjẹ́ tí ẹ rí wọn tó jọ mọ́ bí oògùn lọ́wọ́ wọn? Ẹ má fi bo ẹ má pé bí a torí pé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tàbí bóyá any issue.
Mi ò rógùn kankan lọ́wọ́ wọn.
So ọmọ yín Jeremiah nígbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé òun náà ni à ń sọ nípa pẹ̀lú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àná. Ṣé lè sọ díẹ̀ nínú bí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá?
Kò yé mi, wọ́n dédé pè mí náà ni.
Wọ́n dédé pè yín
Tó wà ní Genesis.
ta ló pè yín?
Dáàdì ẹ̀ ni wọ́n pè.
Ok.
Dáàdì ẹ̀ wá pè mí.
Ipò wà ní Genesis.
Pé wà yẹn ní àárọ̀ yìí. Pé wà ní Genesis pé kí n yọjú síbẹ̀.
Kí ni wọ́n sọ pé ó ń ṣe ní Genesis? Ṣé ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ olúwa mẹ́ta bó?
Wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ olúwa kò tiẹ̀ débẹ̀ rí o. Mi ò mọ nǹkan tó wà lọ. Ìgbà tó ń dẹ̀ máa sọ wọ́n ní ó sí kànga. Ó fẹ́ kó sí. Ìgbà tó ń dẹ̀ tún máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn. Àwọn ní kànga yẹn dídé ló wà àwọn òṣùwọ̀n kànga rárá. So nǹkan tó dẹ̀ pamọ́ lójú ènìyàn kedere ni lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
Bọ́n tá bá máa sọ dàbí pé Jeremiah tá à ń sọ nípa ẹ̀ náà ọmọ tẹ́ pé torí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí a mọ̀ tí a gbọ́ nípa Jeremiah yẹn wípé ọmọ tí olùṣọ́ nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí dáradára ni
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
tí ò dẹ̀ kí onítìjú èèyàn ni
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
tí ò ní akíkanjú tàbí agbájá. So what could have caused him to have find his way to Genesis, or what prompted him to have gone to Genesis?
Kò yé mi o. Tó bá yẹ kó olùṣọ́ wà lé ní irú eléyìí ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìmọ̀ kan tó wá lọ sí Genesis.
Torí nínú ọ̀dà a gbọ́ pé nínú wàhẹ́kì ẹ̀ ó ṣe dáadáa nínú wàhẹ́kì ẹ̀ wípé ó ṣe gidi gan olùṣọ́ rẹ̀ sọ pé bó ṣe gidi gan ẹ pé káwọn lè àwọn rẹ̀ àti assist àbí help lórí ẹ̀ but kí ló lè wá fa ohun tí kí lẹ́yìn lè rò bóyá ó lè fa ohun tó mú kó ṣe tàbí wùwà tó wù yẹn.
kò yé mi o àwọn olùṣọ́ kan bá mi fẹ̀mí darí ẹ̀ o wọ́n bá wà lé ni kò ní lè ṣẹlẹ̀ àdánwò tó máa ju ẹ̀mí wa lọ kọ́lọ́ má gbé bá wa kò yé mi.
ẹ jọ ní fẹ́ kẹ́ fi kọ́kọ́ bò gbogbo àti fi ń bá olùṣọ́ Marcus ṣiṣẹ́ àbí tẹ fi ń jọ́sìn ń bẹ̀ tẹ̀dẹ̀ máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ìjọ tẹ̀dẹ̀ máa ń ṣe títí dì sí ìjọ ń fi ìlọ̀kulọ̀ lọ yírí.
rárá o 20 years ìlọ̀kulọ̀ kẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tá a bá ṣe àbí tá a bá ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa kó bá wa wí.
ìjọ wọn ṣe iṣẹ́ aburú kọjá pé.
kò ṣiṣẹ́ aburú kò kí ń ṣèkà Marcus Tibetan kò kí ń ṣèkà.
tó bá lè wá dinú kọ ìjọ wọn.
kò dínú tó bá bá wa wí gan-an òun ló tún máa tún fún àwọn mọ́ra wípé òun tọ́ wa sọ́nà ni táwa náà lè dé èèyàn pé báyìí ni wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe ilé ayé báyìí ni wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe ilé ayé tó mi ò rá burú kan lọ́wọ́ ẹ o.
ọmọ tá a wá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa yìí kí lẹ lè sọ nípa health status yẹ torí kí ọmọ kó tó lè kúrò lọ́dọ̀ òbí ẹ̀ wípé òun lọ sí ibì kan lọ wo orúwà tí wọ́n sọ wípé òun wù bóyá lóòótọ́ ni bóyá irọ́ ni o ó ṣàmà ní òtá lè máa lè sọ nípa ẹ̀.
ó strong díẹ̀ láti bí ọdún kan tó ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ti ń gbà àkóso tó dẹ mọ́ tó gbà tán bí òun náà ó ní pé wọ́n ní ìṣòro ló ń ṣe lọ́bẹ̀ pé òun dẹ̀ jáde nínú chọ́ọ̀chì lẹ́yìn chọ́ọ̀chì ló ń dó sí kóun sí kànga òun fẹ́ kó sí kànga tó àti Genesis dẹ̀ ló sí kànga kó sí kànga fẹ́ kó sí kànga kò yé mi Genesis tàdé ń wí kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ́ ó ti ṣoore fún mi rí nípa ọmọ yìí nígbà tó wá sí chọ́ọ̀chì odò tó wá ṣèwẹ̀ torí chọ́ọ̀chì odò ni mo bí ọmọ yẹn sí yẹn lórí ìsun ìbùkún mo gbé dání ọmọ yẹn ń kéńgbà yẹn kò sí nǹkan tí mo lè fún so Genesis wá sódò ó kó àwọn boys ẹ̀ wá bíi 4 wọ́n wá ṣèwẹ̀ so gbà tó bí mo ṣe gbé ọmọ yẹn dání tó ọmọ yẹn ń ké bóyá ẹ̀mí ló sọ fún wọn o bó ṣe sí pọ́ọ̀sì nìyẹn 100 naira tuntun ṣe ló kó lé mi lọ́wọ́ ó ní kí n lọ fi wá nǹkan rà fún ọmọ yẹn ìyẹn ọmọ tó ló wá sọ́dọ̀ yìí kó fẹ́ kó sí kànga Jeremiah Emmanuel Genesis láti fún mi lówó níjọ́ yẹn ó ní kí n fi ra oúnjẹ fún un so èmi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mi mọ̀ bóyá Genesis ni wọ́n gbà yẹn àbí kínní ara àwọn tí a jọ dúró ni wọ́n sọ fún mi pé Genesis nìyẹn o tí wọ́n pè ní Dele so àtìgbà yẹn ni mo ti máa ń gbórúkọ wọn àtìgbà yẹn ni mo dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ wọ́n ní Genesis so ìgbà tí irú eléyìí tún wá ṣẹlẹ̀ mo wá wò pé kí ló lè kọ́ọ̀sì eléyìí olùṣọ́ yìí ó ti ṣoore fún mi nípa ọmọ yìí rí ó wá sódò ni tó wá wẹ̀ tọmọ yẹn ń ké kò sí 1 naira kò sí 10 naira tí mo lè fi rògì fún níjọ́ yẹn bí ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run ṣe fọwọ́ tọ́ lọ́kàn nìyẹn tó fún mi lówó tó ní pé kí wọ́n ṣànígbà ẹgbàá ìfira kan fún ọmọ yìí ọmọdé dìde mo rògì mo pògì fún ọmọ at least mo lo ọwọ́ yẹn fún bíi 5 days láti fi take care ọmọ yẹn mi ò dẹ̀ lè sọ pé bóyá ó dìde mọ́tò tó ń lò ń gbà yẹn mọ́tò white kékeré báyìí ni ló gbé wá sódò níjọ́ yẹn ìyẹn Genesis yẹn so mi ò dẹ̀ lè sọ wípé bóyá ọmọ yẹn náà ní kó tún wá lọ ṣàkóbá fún àbí kó lọ sí kànga pé òun fẹ́ kó sí kànga ohun tó pamọ́ lójú àwọn ènìyàn kedere ni olùṣọ́ òde sí nílé kò mọ̀ nípa ìrìn àjò ní tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí kò sí ilé olùṣọ́ òde ìrán wa níṣẹ́ aburú síta láti ṣèkà fún yàn.
ẹ ṣeun wọ́n ní wọ́n rí
olùṣọ́ Marcus Òrèdè Tibetan kò sí nílé.
wọ́n ní wọ́n rí gbẹ́rẹ́ ní ọwọ́
wọ́n rí gbẹ́rẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀
báwo ló ṣe jẹ́
èmi ni mo sí gbẹ́rẹ́ sí.
kí ló dé kí ló fà á
olùṣọ́ ọmọ nípa gbẹ́rẹ́ tí mo sí sí.
kí ló fa ìgbẹ́rẹ́
bàtí mo rí pé attitude àwọn wà tó ń wù pé kíní ni mo ké gbàǹjarì wọ́n dẹ̀ ní pé kí n sí gbẹ́rẹ́ yẹn sí lọ́wọ́ mo dẹ̀ sí lọ́wọ́.
ṣé gbẹ́rẹ́ yẹn ní ṣe pẹ̀lú
gbẹ́rẹ́ yẹn ò ní ṣe
church
pẹ̀lú
tàbí Prophet Marcus Tibetan?
kò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú Prophet Marcus kọ́ ló rán mi níṣẹ́ Marcus Tibetan kọ́ ló rán mi níṣẹ́ pé kí n sí gbẹ́rẹ́ fún èmi ni mo sí gbẹ́rẹ́ fún àṣà abiyamọ pé mo fẹ́ jèrè ẹ̀ pé káyé má sọ dìdàkudà mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ òun ló jẹ́ kí n sí gbẹ́rẹ́ fún mi ò dẹ̀ ní kó lọ sí Genesis kó lọ súnmọ́ kànga. Genesis ti ṣoore fún mi nípasẹ̀ ọmọ yìí rí.
ǹjẹ́
ni mo tẹnu mọ́ yìí.
kẹ́ tó di pé bóyá ẹ sín gbẹ́rẹ́ kí ni àwọn àkíyèsí tí ẹ rí tó lè mú kí gbẹ́rẹ́ wáyé.
mo rí i pé ó máa ń lo agídí.
ok.
ó dẹ̀ máa ń mọtí so pé ọwọ́ tó fi mọtí yìí ò gbúdọ̀ fi mọtí mọ́ rere ni kó fi ṣe nílé ayé ló jẹ́ kí n ṣe fún.
ok a gbọ́ pé ẹ lọ check ọmọ yìí ní station níbi tí wọ́n detain ẹ̀ sí kí ni àwọn ohun tí ọmọ yẹn gan bá yín sọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìyá.
nǹkan tó ń sọ ni ìgbà tí mo sọ mi pé ṣé o mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti gbé ẹ sí YouTube ó ní YouTube kẹ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mo ní Genesis ti gbé ẹ sí YouTube kó tó di pé wá tiẹ̀ mọ́ bíbà yìí ó ní kí ló fa YouTube pé wọ́n lọ fẹ́ sí kànga ó fẹ́ kó sí ọmọ yẹn lòun ò sí kànga òun ò kó sí ṣe bá ọmọ kan ló lòun rí ìpó fẹ́ sí kànga ó fẹ́ kó sí.
gẹ́gẹ́ bí àlàyé ohun tí àwọn tí wọ́n lọ tí wọ́n sọ wípé ọmọ yẹn sọ wípé ńgbà tóun lọ síbẹ̀ lọ ṣe prayer
pé wọ́n ṣe.
pé ńgbà tóun dẹ̀ débẹ̀ ipò dẹ̀ ṣàkíyèsí pé bóyá ṣe prayer lọ́wọ́ òun lọ sí ilẹ̀ àánú òun lọ gbàdúrà ibi tóun ti ń gbàdúrà pé òun kọ́ ni pé ẹ̀mí bà léun ṣé ká sọ wípé ẹ̀mí tó bà lé ni ẹ̀mí tó fẹ́ tó mú kó lọ sí di kànga ni àbí kílẹ̀ yìí kọ́kọ́ rí sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí abiyamọ náà.
ẹ̀mí mímọ́ Ọlọ́run ò kí ń bà léèyàn kéèyàn kó sí kànga.
ok.
ẹ̀mí mímọ́ ò lè sọ pé kó sí kànga ọmọ tó dẹ̀ rí yẹn pé ó ní wọ́n kó sí kànga ohun gbogbo wà ní ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run ló máa ń ṣèdájọ́ pé ó fẹ́ sí kànga ó fẹ́ kó sí.
kí ni tó bá ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí abiyamọ àti ẹni tó ń jọ́sìn ní ìjọ Elisha kí lẹ́yìn rò bóyá ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láàárín méjì yìí lọ́rọ̀ kànga.
ìtò ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé tó bá jẹ́ pé ìṣe pé bóyá Genesis àti Elisha mi ò mọ tó wà láàrin wọn tó bá jẹ́ pé kò sí pé bóyá àwọ̀ kan àbẹ́nìtì ni pé bóyá àárín wọn ni pàtó ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tọ́mọ yẹn sọ pé Elisha ni gẹ́gẹ́ bí Celestial òtítọ́ ní tó ti wà ní àtètèkọ́ṣe wọ́n á ní láti gba nọ́mbà pé kó pè ya ọmọ yìí wá pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí Ọlọ́run gan-an ó ti kó wọn yọ tí kò jẹ́ kán lórúkọ lórí òkè yẹn ṣùgbọ́n pàtó jẹ́ wípé àwọ̀ ti wà so àwọn náà fi yẹn ṣe excuse wọ́n ju ọmọ sórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì wọ́n fẹ́ bà olùṣọ́ Marcus wọ́n fẹ́ bà lórúkọ jẹ́ olùṣọ́ Marcus kọ́ ló rán ọmọ ó wá sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yín
òun sì kọ́ ló sín gbẹ́rẹ́ sí lọ́wọ́
òun kọ́ ló sín gbẹ́rẹ́ sí lọ́wọ́ èmi yẹ́ ni mo sín gbẹ́rẹ́ sí lọ́wọ́ kí n lè jèrè ẹ̀ kó lè jẹ́yàn àti aláyébáyé ní abiyamọ́dẹ̀ sí ṣáájò lórí ọmọ ẹ̀ kí kálukú gan kó tó débi tó wà yìí náà tó bá ṣe ara ẹlòmíì wọ́n rí gbogbo tí wọ́n sí wọn lára.
ó túmọ̀ sí pé àjò lẹ ṣe fọ́mọ yẹn.
àjò ni mo ṣe fọ́mọ mi mo ṣe láburú.
So what happened? She said something that is very peculiar. I'm Prophet Oladele Genesis. I respect you. I don't have anything against you. Since you called me and apologized to me, begging me that you can even tell your wife to use her pregnancy to kneel down to beg me, I don't have anything against you. I wish you well. I know you are trying to fight. You want your own space in a church that you didn't know how it came by. A church that you are just, let me call you a spiritual investor. But I will go back to that. Now, the woman said something peculiar. She said, that boy, when he was a baby, there was a time she was somewhere that in that place she was, there's a river beside that place. That there was a day she was crying, and the baby was crying. And that you, Prophet Oladele Genesis, you came with some people that time you are still young, you are still using a white Santana car. That you went to the river to do Iweodo, which is normal. Because Celestial Church is a peculiar church. Iweodo means victory bath. And that when you are coming from the river after your victory bath, you saw her in her agony. The child was crying, that same baby. And that you opened your purse and you gave her some very new notes. That was an act of kindness to her at that time. Fantastic. And that you told her, Egba way, Elofiran conformo, Elofiran conformo to unke. Okay. That was act of kindness. And she said she was wondering that it is now the same you that this boy now went to his church and had this problem. Of course, the truth of the matter is that nobody is doing any funny things, but there is something that is connecting. Yes, you will have been generous to her that 24 years ago. But what if we look at it the other way around? I'm not saying you are a bad person. I'm not saying you are evil or whatever. But in the Celestial Church of Christ, when people say go to the river and bath, they will tell you when you leave the river, try to give out offering to a beggar or to a person that is in a very challenging condition. And that alone has its peculiar spiritual strength. Prophet Oladele, you might have done it genuinely well. But this same boy grew up from that age of a baby to become a special child. I'm calling to the discreet knowledge of women. Women, you women that are gullible. We will come back to that. When you take your child, mo fẹ́ gbọ́ ọmọ lọ kí wọn, wọ́n fún wọn mi ní nǹkan, wọ́n ṣe kíní kan. Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó wà nínú ọrẹ tán fún ọmọ ẹ̀, tán ní kan fún ọmọ ẹ̀? Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n mọ nǹkan? Ẹlòmíì wọ́n á ní kó ra nǹkan, kó ṣe prayer, kó ṣe báyìí, kó ṣe báyìí, kó ṣe báyìí, kó fún ọmọ ọdún báyìí. Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó túmọ̀ sí? To be honest, mi ò sọ wípé nǹkan tí prophet yẹn ṣe many years ago nǹkan burúkú ni o, àánú lòun ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n tá bá wo ìdàkejì, kí ló túmọ̀ sí? Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé yẹn tì. I'm going to do this broadcast in both Yoruba and English, so I'm sorry. Now, ẹ̀yin wá sọ ọmọ yẹn náà ló tún wá sí church yín lọ́wọ́ ló fẹ́ jump sódò. Okay, kí ni nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tá a dúró à ń lọ? Báwo ló ṣe dé di kànga? Ǹjẹ́ a mọ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí? Okay, let's go back to the issue of the burial in the hand, the incision on the neck of his hand. The boy said it's his mother that did it, and the mother said, yes, I did it for my child because my child is a special child. He's having problem. He goes about drinking. He is giving me nightmare. My child gives me nightmare, and I felt that the only way is to jadesi. Of course, the child has been under spiritual confinement. The child, even that child, according to our investigation, has always gone and come back, gone and come back. They said the child just came back recently because he's a special child. And she said, I did it myself. I did it. And that I can even put the incision on all his body. I'm the one that went out. That I want that hand, you should stop using the hand to drink or to smoke or to do some things that will damage his destiny. Now, that destiny, what has happened to that destiny when the child was a baby? We are going into deep details now because the reaction is very, very big. And it's because my name was mentioned. I'm trying to just give you the technical instances. And when they asked the mother said, Prophet Marcus does not do all this kind of thing. No, I have been living with him. He's a good man. He's a kind man. He's a generous man. He's a very good human being. He's not a wicked man. So where does all this agitation came? Then you, Prophet Oladele, you went to your altar and you said a lot of things. Of course, the truth is that Prophet Marcus might have tried to talk to you in the past, might have tried to correct you. And it is not a new thing. What is the ministry of a prophet? A prophet is not a pastor. A prophet is not an evangelist. A prophet is like what I will call the thug of the Holy Spirit. Prophets are born to chastise. They are born to correct. They are born to discipline. And all these peculiar gifts you see on Prophet Marcus is a fearless prophet. Is a prophet in the character and line of Prophet Elijah of the olden days, Prophet Nehemiah, Prophet Elisha, and some other great prophets of their time, even Isaiah. These were prophets who told truth to power. These were prophets who tried to correct societal misdemeanors, who tried to correct bad behavior in the political space. And that's what Prophet Marcus is doing. He has even chastised me that I'm sitting here. There are things he has told me that have helped my life. He has his own peculiar gifts, and their way he talks to you. You might get angry, but when you think deep, you will see that there is truth. You said Prophet Marcus said your mother is a witch. The day you are begging me on phone, you recanted the same issue, and I told you, Prophet Dele Ogundipe, I told you, I said every mother is a witch. Even my own mother is a witch. Every woman that has successfully stayed long in a situation in life to protect her children to the path of success and greatness is naturally a witch. You cannot target either bad witch or good witch. She might even be a prayer witch. If Prophet Tibetan has said something like that, which I cannot even recollect because I don't imagine he directly used the word, but okay, let's even assume. But as a Christian and as a junior man of God, all you need to do was to have come or take some people that you know that can influence him and come and relate to him and say, what's the problem? You could do a round table diplomacy, relate with him, and the whole thing is gone. I will let you see some of the things you did, which I find so very interesting. I won't say funny. I will let you see it after this time out. Just watch out.
ọdún méje ṣó ya wèrè ni ọmọ ọdún mẹ́jọ báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ mọ gbogbo tí bàbá ṣe. Wait, téèyàn bá ń ṣọ máa lè òun ṣe ọ̀ṣọ́ fa family kí ló dé tó ń clinch. Ó wá dẹni tó ń sọ̀dà mẹ́wàá fún láì ní church. Ó wá sọ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ YouTube ṣẹlẹ̀ pé ẹ má lo góòdì o, ẹ ṣáà máa lo chain ní onírobóróbó yẹn. Pẹ̀lú fake celestial born-againism tó ń ṣe, ó ti fẹ́ yàwó bíi mẹ́ta. Ó fẹ́ kàn sí Nàìjíríà, ó tún dé London, ó kì kan mọ́lẹ̀. Ó tún wọ́ kì kan fábùrù ẹ̀, mo ní sáìsì yín lọ́wọ́ o. Ẹ má sún mọ́ mi o. Ọ̀ṣọ́fà kọ́ ló ní celestial o, Ọlọ́run ló ní o. Ẹ fọ ara yín balẹ̀ o. Bọ̀bọ̀ tẹ́ ń rí jáǹkó yìí kò lè kú kékeré o. Mi ò dín yín lọ́wọ́ owó yín, mi ò dín yín lọ́wọ́ ìpín yín. Àmì òróró àti òróǹro tẹ́ ń ta mi ò dín lọ́wọ́ ẹ má sún mọ́ mi. I know what I'm talking about. Hallelujah. Nígbà tí bàbá wà láyé, chain tán ní ká máa wọ̀ sọ̀rùn. Òun ní chain onírobóróbó kan máa wọ́n wá fi cross sí. Òun náà wá gbé fìlà bí bàbá. Àjọ pàdé mi program kan ó ń pè mí ní ó ní nísìnyí nígbà tí Délé dé gbogbo ibẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo. Yes sir. Mo wá rán àwọn ọmọ sí pé ẹ lọ wọ́n ọ̀nà kó má pè mí Délé mọ́ mi ń ṣe gbẹ́ ẹ o. Tó bá ní papa ló gbọ́wọ́ lé òun lórí Ọlọ́run ló gbọ́wọ́ lé mi lórí o. Ẹ sọ fún anywhere tá a bá ti pàdé ní crusade tó bá pè mí lórúkọ màá ní káwọn ọmọ mi pè kán dákúnlẹ̀ pé mi ò ń ṣe gbẹ́ ẹ. Màá dẹ́ni kan gbé blọọkù lé lórí kó gbé dání 5 hours. Màá sọ fún ẹ pọ́nmọ Èkó lè mi. Ẹ jókòó síbẹ̀ ẹ ní net quarter ẹ ní àgàngẹ̀ ẹ ní headquarter ẹ ní kinní kan ẹ ní task force. Ìyá wèrè ká ẹ kó task force yín wá bí ká ẹ jẹ bàbá ńlá ìyá. Náà yín bí ká ẹ kú. Task force wèrè kan tí ó gbóyìnbó náà wá kó aṣọ wọ̀ à ń bọ̀ wá bọ̀ task force ń bí. Àwọn tó rán ẹ wá gan ojú eré wọn máa straight. Àwọn task force wá lọ wọṣọ blue kan wá ṣáà mọ̀ pé aṣọ blue yẹn wà kàtàǹgọ́ lọ wọṣọ purple lọ wọṣọ yellow wá kágbádá wá a máa fi ráàpù ẹ òun la máa fi di ojú ẹ. A ní bolo tí ń bọ̀ ní òun bọ̀ látàgàn gẹ̀ òun bọ̀ látàgàn gẹ̀ ṣó ráwọn ọmọ mi pẹ̀lú gẹ̀. Ẹnìkan bèrè lọ́wọ́ pé mi ò kí ń sọ̀pin mo nípìn kọ́ táàkì ni kí ń sọ̀pin ẹ mọ bá a ṣe ra lẹ church ẹni tẹ́ fẹ́ gbà pín lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ bó ṣe ń jẹ mọ bó ṣe ń mu ọmọ tó fẹ́ jẹun ẹ̀ wá mọ bó ṣe ń bẹ̀ wò wá mọ bó ṣe ń kí wàá mọ bó ṣe ń gẹ̀. Nígbà tí wọ́gùn gbàgbọ́ nú ọmọ ẹ, báwo náà ṣe ní yẹ̀yẹ́ bọ̀dá ọmọ tó yẹ kó gbèjẹ́ lọ́jọ́ alẹ́ tó bá ti yẹ̀yẹ́ ẹ̀ láàárọ̀ ìwọ náà máa ṣẹ̀sìn ni.
I think you've seen that. I think you've seen what I'm talking about. You said it directly. You didn't even hide it. And I wonder, why do you decide to do that? Okay. What are the things Prophet Marcus is trying to talk about? If you say Prophet Marcus is abusing everybody, Prophet Marcus is not abusing everybody. Prophet Marcus is just a prophet doing his job. He says this as it is. I read more than 14-15 volumes of his books, and things he has said, most of them have come to pass, both in the political circle, in the religious circle, and in every other endeavors of life. It is not every prophecy that will come to pass, because prophecy is almost like a torchlight. It's like a direction giver. You say it, and if you pray over it, it might be stopped. If you resist or you decide not to pray over it, it will come to pass. So what are you saying about Prophet Marcus? What are they correcting you about? What are they talking about? What are you angry about as a leader of men? Why do you think people hate you? Nobody hates you. I don't hate you. When you called me and said you are going to tell your wife to use the pregnancy in her to beg me, I told you that I was surprised. It's just unfortunate that I didn't prepare that day. I was on the way. Okay. Now, you said everybody should start abusing him. You said you are going to fight with him. You're going to fight for 3 years. You said, oh, you have even told some people, you mentioned the name of some people that you've called their attention. Are you trying to incite that? And I said I have to do this video because I shared the intelligence with some of my friends in the intelligence community. I shared knowledge with them, and we are doing this video to correct impression. We are not doing it to abuse or to humiliate or to say what you have done is wrong, but we want to let you know some very fundamental issue. If you say you've called you've called them solo ti gbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, kíní kan killer ti gbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, Ọ̀túnba Gani Adams ti gbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Well, the Bible said ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé èèyàn asán. Yeah, you mentioned names of people. What are you insinuating? Oh, you are insinuating that Prophet Marcus told people or told a boy to come and commit suicide in the well of your parish? Or you are telling the world that Prophet Marcus is the one that instigated the guy? This Prophet Marcus we are talking about has been busy from beginning of January. He's been traveling and traveling and traveling. He does not even know what you are even talking about. He's not even aware. As I'm talking on this Boxing Day, as we are making this broadcast on this December 26th, the prophet is presently in London. According to what he said, we've been trying to reach him. The other time was in America, I think in New Jersey or somewhere. The other time was in, I don't know, maybe Dublin. And the last time they told me, he said he's in London. That is a very busy person. How can you imagine that a 60-year-old man will tell a boy of 24 to go and commit suicide? Then you went on the altar and you started to say all sorts of things about my humble self, about the prophet, and you are even threatening. Prophet Oladele, I'm not against you, I'm not fighting you, I'm not saying you're a bad person, but you see, there is wisdom. I ask myself that as a Christian, as a leader of a church, as someone who controls the mindset of people, where is piety? Where is fortitude? Where is understanding? Where is wisdom? Where is the fear of God? Then where is counsel? because those are the 7 fruits of the Holy Spirit. I will have think that you will go through all these 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit to check. There was a time I listened to your interview with a very respected journalist in Dublin, Mrs. Esther Abodering, very respected woman. I hold her in high esteem because she used to be in Tribune many years ago. I think she worked in some of those old newspapers. And you were telling her, and she was asking you that you had a relationship with a lady, and you told her, yes, I didn't know she was married until somebody told me she was married in London. And that calls my spirit to question that, but you're a prophet. The tag of a prophet is a very, it's a demanding tag. You said you didn't know that she was, and this same woman was the woman that we learned had a problem with you over land, over property some years ago, and you were able to say you didn't even know that you are allegedly, they alleged that you were dating her then, that you were having an affair with her, and you said you didn't know she was married in London, that she didn't tell you the truth. Okay, that is by the side. I'm just trying to let you understand some of the issues that you think people are fighting you about. Nobody is fighting you. In Celestial Church, it's all about correction. And you said something, and this, what happened to you when I look at you on the altar when you are saying all those things? Honestly, I pitied. I didn't get angry. I felt so sad because I knew there are a lot of things you bottled up, and you were just releasing them in a very abnormal way. You were so angry to the extent that you didn't even discover that you were a leader. You are talking very angry like a woman, like a scorned woman, and that is not to be, because you are a man of God. We respect you. Some of us appreciate you. But let me also tell you, you said, you even said that, if anybody send them from Ketu, and you can know one, call the one straight and no one, and it's always pain. She won't more be just duro, she won't more be. Those are the kind of statements I didn't expect from you, and that was why I asked that where's fortitude in this matter? Where's wisdom? Where's understanding? Where's counsel? Where is the fear of God? You are a man of God. Now, before I go into other issues, let me come out. Of course, we'll play some videos for you to understand how far you've gone. I've just tried to get a part of the speech written by S.B. Joshua, the pastor founder of Celestial Church of Christ, before his demise. I think it was an abbreviation. It's an abbreviation of the blue book, because all of you that are going to different parishes, including you as a leader of the church, I think you should have the blue book, which is the dictionary of the Celestial Church of Christ. Anybody that is practicing anything contrary should ask himself why. You said you frown at some of the things that the church stands for. Well, no problem. But what did the founder of the church say in the new rules? He said, explanation on the rules and regulation on worship of the Celestial Church of Christ. Speech delivered by Reverend Pastor S.B.J. Oshofa, Prophet, Pastor, and Founder, CCC Worldwide, on Tuesday, 6th of August, 1974. I'm not going to go deep, but I urge everybody to go and get the blue book. He said, today, I want to inform you about some of the rules and regulations of the Celestial Church of Christ, which I'm here to correct to bring them in line with the established norm. It was because of this correction that God has granted me the grace of an additional 20 years to my lifespan on earth. I thank God who preserved my life so that I am in your midst today. For when I was sick to the point of death, angels of the Lord appeared and informed me that there was still much work for me to do in the Celestial Church of Christ. They said that God was adding 20 more years to my lifespan on earth, out of which I am spending presently. I did not know that it was such a massive correction that they foresaw. Listen, these are some of the things that appears like a fight. It's not a fight. The prophet founder said, I did not know that it was such a massive correction that they foresaw. They had foreseen that should death take me away now, the world would try to change the church. Because what you are doing now is that it appears to some of us and to a large member of the church that you are changing a lot of things which you are not ashamed to even put in the public space. I'm happy I've been awakened to start these corrections. When the CCC was descending, it came with its own tenets. Ìlànà, ètò ẹ̀sìn. Ìlànà, ètò ẹ̀sìn. Bí a ṣe fi lélẹ̀. You will notice that our mode of worship is distinct. So also is how we pray. If you will take note, you will see that all our rules and regulations are unique and they are not a product of human wisdom. Running Celestial Church of Christ is not a product of philosophy. It's not a product of motivational speaking. It's not a product or byproduct of book reading. It is not a byproduct of library development. You are all aware that I was originally a carpenter and did not go anywhere to learn any of these things which I now teach you. But it was the Spirit of God which was with me. May it never depart from me. Amen. Papa SBG Oshofa said the Spirit of God, may it never depart from him. That the church is a prototype brought from heaven with antecedent tenets, tradition, and rules, which if anybody goes out of that rule might be disgraced. Because when you are talking on the altar, it looks, I'm sorry to say, sir, with total honor, with due respect, Prophet Oladile, it was like you are being disgraced. When the church got to the Republic of Benin, the power of God that descended with it was so much, but Satan started planting weeds inside it in one form or the other. This started through the handwork of one of the leaders of the church there, whose name I will not mention now. He fought very hard to change a lot of things. However, I thank God today concerning these leaders. The situation is between them and God. All the weeds that they have planted are what I intend to uproot and destroy. Henceforth, God will help to destroy them completely. Amen. That was a prayer Papa SB Joshua did some 40-something years back, 1974. At the Republic of Benin, where I was born, in Port Novo, the Catholic Reverend Father Botius, the name by which the local people refer to Roman Catholic fathers, waged a serious war against the church, so much so that many turned back from following me. At that time, this partner of mine, Senior Evangelist Benoit Agbaosi, witnessed much of the tribulations because he joined the church 3 months after he got to the Republic of Benin. The persecution from these Catholic fathers was so much that I cannot begin to recount them here. But the more it continued, the more God of the Celestial Church of Christ put them to shame. It was during this period of persecution that I left the Republic of Benin to Itofin. It was at Itofin that I had the chance to do God's work with a little peace of mind. It was from here that the news of the mighty work that God was doing through me had reached Nigeria. It was the people of Igbaji who brought the news to Lagos, Nigeria. When Lagosians saw how prayer was working among these people, they requested my presence in Lagos. I refused to go to them on the first and second invitation, but at the third time, they sent emissaries. The Spirit told me to prepare to follow them to Lagos. I'm reading all this so that we pick, I'm not going to read everything, but we pick little things just to show us where and how God disgraced some people who try to change little things. And one of the things that people are teaching all these young prophets, these leaders, they're now telling us that they're now calling the name of people that this person is aware, this person is aware. I mean, a man of God. It was here in Makoko that we lodged and Lagos received us warmly. All the planning and foundation laying that I had no piece of chance to do in Benin Republic and even in Tofin were commenced here in Lagos. Supreme Evangelist Alexander Abiodun Bada was here with me at this time, and a woman popularly called Mama Oreofe. My relations in Porto Novo, who had earlier colluded with the Catholic fathers to become my enemies, started hearing how the work of God was progressing in Nigeria. It was at this time that they said to themselves, if they could call the people of Lagos stupid or ignorant, even if we had said that those of Itofin do not have any sense. At that time, one of my partners, who I will not name, started an agitation against the people of Lagos. However, Supreme Evangelist Alexander Abiodun replied him at that time that a prophet has no honor in his own country, that even what they have will be snatched from their hands completely if they were not very careful. When I took the church members in Lagos and that of Itofin to Porto Novo, Republic of Benin, and the people saw the large numbers, they were surprised. It was at this point that they surrendered, saying, what God has done, no one can destroy. Prophets Ogundipe, Oladile, what God has done, no one can alter, no one can change, and nobody, no Jupiter can destroy, no matter your level of education. Thank God you're a graduate of Obafemi University according to your Facebook profile. You should know. Nobody, no philosophy. Then the church started to spread in the Republic of Benin up to Cotonou, and at Cotonou I had a leader whom I love very much, and I promoted him to the most senior rank in the church. However, he started to change the regulations of the church. You can imagine, this is what has been happening from ages. People want to change the regulation. People want to do it in a free and fair atmosphere. Celestial Church is not a church for lazy lads. It's a very fantastic, unique church. But there are rules and regulations, ethics and doctrines. He thought he was wiser than me, but he came to realize that I did not send myself. I just ignored him. He failed to turn up at one Christian convocation, so I sent a message to him to inquire about his absence. He sent words back that he wasn't coming, but that he will come the following year with his followers. Then I will know who had more followers. That was a threat to Oshofa. I kept quiet and was watching because I was not struggling for anything with anyone. He has now departed this life. It was through this that many practices. That friend eventually died. The friend that was boasting that his own church, how he's running his own parish. He has much followers. He will come to Oshofa's own parish in Lagos and we see who has more followers. You know, this boasting thing has been there for a long time. When prophets, men of God are boasting. In your video, Prophet Ogundipe, you are saying that, oh, church here, wọn jù báyìí lọ, ẹ lọ sí church ẹ block gbogbo entrance ẹ bò. From the mouth of a man of God, why are you boasting about crowd? Are you the one that arranged the crowd? Do you have the power to converge a crowd? People came because they heard the name Celestial Church of Christ. Oshofa said, I kept quiet and was watching because I was not struggling for anything with anyone. He has now departed this life. That was a boastful guy. It was through this that many practices that are not developed in the church in Cotonou. It was through this that many practices that are not developed in the church in Cotonou crept in. Some of these are what I'm now trying to abolish completely. I've had a word with my partner, Evangelist Godwin Abiasi, that there are still many bad practices in Cotonou which must be abolished so that practices everywhere will be the same. Then let me just take few things. I will take some things now. I won't go deep because it's a long thing. Women's menstruation. When a woman of the CCC is in her menstrual period, whether it lasts 3 or 5 days, it is only after 7 days that she can come near a holy place. Therefore, she will keep away from the church for 7 days because holy is the Lord God. We must be holy in the body and in spirit so that the power of God will continue to grow. If the spirit is clean, but the body is not, it is uncleanness. If you put on a clean garment, but then dip your body in the moody body will tarnish the clean garment. Likewise, if you have a bath, but put on dirty clothes, you will notice that the dirty cloth will tarnish the clean body. The body must be clean and the spirit must be clean. That is why we must be holy in all doings. For a lady in her menstrual period, she will come for sanctification after 7 days. Concerning women's menstruation, the rule stipulates 7 days after which they can come before the Lord for sanctification. The reason is that those who are classified barren like Anna in the scriptures can use the opportunity of the sanctification to make a covenant with God. that my God, you see that I have menstruated. Do not let this menstruation go in vain. After this sanctification, hear my prayer as you are head out of Anna. That is the main significance of coming to the front of the church of God. Even within this covenant, those who already have children can pray that their children should be those from the throne of God, that they should not be those who will cause their parent grief. It is not that the whole church will be there during this sanctification. It will be only between the church leader, the person to be sanctified, and their creator, God. This rule must be the same everywhere in the world where there is a parish of Celestial Church of Christ. I will soon bring out another paper which will establish this kind of rule as a law. That is Papa S.B. Joshua talking about the menstrual thing. Then we now have parishes like your own Model Parish, whereby women come in their ordinary clothes. So you don't even know what on is son. You don't know those who are in their menstrual period, those who are abusing this rule that Papa Joshua divinely put down as a law. Then you said, whoever transgress this law will be among those who want to destroy the rules and regulations of the church for me. Whoever transgress the law, whoever, any parish head, shepherd that transgress the law, that allow women to come into the church without cleaning after 7 days of their menstrual period, that allow women to come with ashwara, and you say you are doing hip hop, you are jumping around, you are preaching, you are doing sermon, that person will be among those who want to destroy the rules and regulations of the church for the founder. Concerning worshippers who have decided to become members of the church, we must perform this rites of sanctification for them in front of the church. We shall sing the following song. It is Jesus calling you earnestly. Jesus will come sinner, Jesus will pray for you. Come sinner, Jesus will not allow you to be put to shame. Come sinner, Jesus will not allow you to be put to shame. Come sinner. After this song, the leader will pray for the worshipper. After the prayer, he or she will have a bath with the water. The materials that are compulsory for the worshipper to have at the time of sanctification are 1 candle and water in a bucket. But if the person so wishes, he or she can add sponge and cake of toilet soap to have a proper bath. This is not baptism. Ashafa noted. Devotional hymn. I think I will stop at devotional hymn. There are a lot of other rules that have been broken, but I just want to highlight that menstrual issue. There are other rules. If you want to know, go and get the blue book. If anybody is telling you that is running a church that is different from the divine Ilano or divine solid foundation of the Celestial Church of Christ, that person is wasting his time. That person will start seeing warfare from every aspect, and he will be telling you that it's somebody that is after him. It's nobody that is after him. It's the angels dealing with him, ridiculing him. The person will go out, his ordinary will shoot, and the gun, the bullet will miss somebody, and the person will die, and there will be opera. Anywhere you go, there will be Egbadije. Devotional hymns. Concerning hymns, we must not sing in our church any hymns of other denomination. The ones descended by the Holy Spirit is what we must always use. All these songs that Moses sang, which were given to us, are what we must sing. There are still many more hymns to come from the Holy Spirit. It is as we sing these spiritual hymns that the power of God will descend and the work of God will continue in the church. Members of the Celestial Church of Christ walks or move barefoot when in our sutana, white service robes. There is no other fasting stipulated for members of CCC except those of 6 or 7 days during the remembrance of the Passion Week of our Lord Jesus Christ. There are other things like seaside prayer, divine authority, seaside victory prayer, praying for the sick inside the church, mountain, hilltop, all this one, palm front for victory, and some other laws. But let me put it aside. I have the blue book. I only did a photocopy of some of the parts of the rules by the pastor founder when he was alive, so that some of you will see what is going on. And even our prophet Dele Ogundipe, a graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University and a very, very intelligent young man. Thank God that you studied at Obafemi Awolowo University. Is a good thing. I'm so proud of you, because that is one of the best universities in Nigeria, and I'm sure you should be able to read. If you are reading all those books in your library and you've not read the rules and regulations of a church that you are franchising, then something is wrong somewhere. Now, you said Prophet Marcus is after your life. The prophet is not after your life. You said Prophet Marcus is against you. The prophet is not against you. In fact, the prophet is busy doing what God sent him. Prophet Marcus is a very peculiar prophet. What he does, you can understand. People that are close to him have received their own miracle, they've received their own blessing. People that are close to you are also coming to your own church. They are doing what you want them to do. They are paying the commission you ask them to pay for your mission. They are paying all the money you ask them to pay. So who is after you? I'm sorry to say, 2 months ago we got a story that you went to a parish, and while coming, maybe your orderly shot a gun in trying to chase away people, and the gun met someone and killed someone. That was the story we had. How the story died today, nobody knew. But I know you are philanthropic enough to reach out to the family. We've had all sorts of other things. Why should everything you do have challenge? You said somebody is planning for you for your week. You said you have a prophecy. Is that the only prophecy you saw? Then, many years ago, when Prophet MKO Hamilton chastised you that you brought a traditional chief to your church and you made him to sit or to go on the altar, and they were asking that where do you belong? All your church members unleashed comments, terrible comments on the prophet Dr. MKO Hamilton. They abuse everybody on the internet. Is that what you taught them? Didn't Jesus said in the book of the Bible that even if they slap your right cheek, you turn the left to them? Didn't Jesus appeal to us to be circumspect in our reaction to chastisement? That was then. Recently now, you brought the same anniversary you are talking about, you brought a Fuji musician. Nobody's even saying you should not bring Fuji musician. But I've just finished reading Ilano. Now, look at how a Yoruba paper termed that story. I don't work with Alaria Odua. I'm not a member of their editorial board. I'm just a journalist doing my own job. But look at how they termed it in their report. Look at how they tag the story, because these are the things that embarrasses a unique church. Look at how they tag the story. Ìrọ̀lẹ́ ayé. Sorry. Look at how they tag the story. Ìrọ̀lẹ́ ayé. Wòlíì Genesis gbajúmọ̀ wòlíì ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ṣorin fújì ìṣàjọ̀dún ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì. Wàsíù Àyìndé ló pè tó kọrin lórí pẹpẹ. You see the way they put the story? I'm not the one that wrote this one, no. It's a very respected Yoruba paper, Alaria Odua, very well respected across the southwest in Nigeria. Láti Sunday tó kọjá lọ́hùn tí ariwo ti jáde pé gbajúmọ̀ òṣèré fújì ni Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde ìyẹn K1 ni pásítọ̀ ìjọ Sẹ̀lẹ̀ ni wòlíì Israel Dele Ogundipe, ẹni tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Genesis pè láti wá kọrin níbi àjọ̀dún ìkórè ẹlẹ́kan lọ́dún tó máa ń wáyé nínú ìjọ rẹ̀. Láriwo ti ń lọ níta pé òpin ayé ti dé báyìí pẹ̀lú bí àwọn tí wọ́n dàbí ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tòótọ́ lójú àwọn ènìyàn ṣe ń wá gbogbo ọ̀nà láti gbé ayé wọnú ìjọ pátápátá lásìkò yìí. I hope you are listening. Lóòótọ́ ni ìròyìn ọ̀hún ti kọ́kọ́ jáde síta pé Wàsíù Àyìndé ni Genesis pè láti wá kọrin níbi ayẹyẹ àjọ̀dún ìkórè ìjọ rẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n ní ohun táwọn èèyàn sọ ni pé ọkùnrin tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni tí ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run wà nínú rẹ̀ náà kò lè pe olórin fújì láti wá kọrin nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì rẹ̀, ká tó sọ pé yóò gba olórin fújì láàyè láti gorí pẹpẹ rẹ̀ kọrin lọ́jọ́ Sunday lójú gbogbo ayé. Now mark this word they wrote in Yoruba. Look, they say ọkùnrin tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni tí ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run wà nínú rẹ̀. No, I'm not saying that ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run is not inside you. But that is how a very respected newspaper wrote the story. And they said, ṣùgbọ́n ìyàlẹ́nu ló jẹ́ lọ́jọ́ náà nígbà tí gbogbo èèyàn rí Wàsíù Àyìndé tó wọlé dé wẹ́rẹ́ sínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì Genesis tó wà nílùú Èkó, tí alárìíyá Oòduà sì gbọ́ pé òbítíbitì owó ni Genesis fi pe ọkùnrin olórin fújì náà láti wá kọrin lórí pẹpẹ rẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣàjọ̀dún náà. Gbàrà tí ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá kan tó wà nínú ìsìn àjọ̀dún ọjọ́ náà sọ̀rọ̀ tán ni Wàsíù Àyìndé wọ inú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tí àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ sì darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn akọrin wòlíì Ọládélé. Àwàdà làwọn èèyàn kan kọ́kọ́ pè, ṣùgbọ́n lójijì ni K1 fúnra rẹ̀ gun orí pẹpẹ tí wòlíì Ọládélé ti máa ń wàásù ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run. You can see the way they are analysing it. Tó sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kọrin fújì fún àwọn èèyàn, kódà tó tún kí Genesis bí ìgbà tí èèyàn bá wà lójú agbo àríyá nílé ìjọ Ọlọ́run. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wòlíì Ọlọ́run náà kúnlẹ̀ síwájú ọkùnrin onífújì náà lásìkò tó ń kọrin fújì nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì rẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn sì ń wò tìyanu lọ́jọ́ náà. Ohun tó wá yà àwọn èèyàn lẹ́nu jù tí wọ́n fi ń pariwo láti ìgbà tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà ti ṣẹlẹ̀ pé òpin ayé ti dé lóòótọ́ ni bí wòlíì Ọládélé ṣe kí ijó mọ́lẹ̀ lórí pẹpẹ ìwàásù rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Wàsíù Àyìndé tó sì jó débi tí gbogbo aṣọ àdúrà rẹ̀ tó wọ̀ fi tutù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni Wàsíù Àyìndé náà ń kọrin fújì nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ìjọ tí wọ́n ń rí bí wòlíì wọn ṣe ń jó sí orin fújì K1 náà sì tẹ́wọ́ gbàjó, tí inú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì sì dàbí ìgbà tí èèyàn wà lágbo àríyá àwọn onífàájì ẹ̀dá. They are trying to say that the church, which is a solemn place, was now turned to a Fuji carnival atmosphere, and that the shepherd was dancing like somebody that is dancing in a normal àríyá arena. That is Celestial Church of Christ, the church that was funded and given to SBJ, late Papa SBJ Oshofa. Bí ohun táwọn ọmọ ìjọ Genesis ń sọ bá jẹ́ òótọ́, ẹnìkan tó súnmọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì náà dáadáa sọ pé ó lé ní mílíọ̀nù kan náírà tí wòlíì Genesis fi pe ọkùnrin olórin fújì náà, ìyẹn Wàsíù Àyìndé, táwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ kiri ìgboro láti ìgbà náà sì ń sọ pé ara àmì ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ òpin ayé tí Jésù sọ pé yóò máa ṣẹlẹ̀ gan-an ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, pẹ̀lú bí àwọn tí wọ́n ń wò gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tòótọ́ ṣe ń pe àwọn olórin ayé bíi olórin fújì wá síbi àjọ̀dún wọn nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ilé mímọ́, tí wọ́n sì ń dọ́gbọ́n pa àwọn olórin ẹ̀mí tó ń wàásù Jésù tì. Ohun tá a gbọ́ bó tún ka àwọn tó wà níbi ayẹyẹ ọ̀hún lára lọ́jọ́ náà ni pé ojúlówó orin fújì ni Wàsíù Àyìndé kọ nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì Genesis. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ẹnu sì ń ya àwọn èèyàn títí di àsìkò yìí, pẹ̀lú bí wòlíì Ọládélé ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ lójijì mọ́ àwọn tó ń gbé olórin fújì tí wọ́n tún jẹ́ mùsùlùmí wọ inú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì láti wá máa kọrin fújì lórí pẹpẹ Ọlọ́run nítorí òkìkí. Láti ìgbà tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀, táwọn ará ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì Genesis ti lọ pé bí Wàsíù Àyìndé ṣe ń kọrin lórí pẹpẹ wòlíì wọn sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára, lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó rí tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ burúkú sí ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run náà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn kan sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Bíbélì ló ń ṣẹ tó sọ pé nípa ìwà wọn la ó fi mọ̀ wọ́n. By their fruit we shall know them. Bí àwọn kan sì ṣe ń tàbùkù ọ̀hún tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì Genesis lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn kan sọ pé kò sí ohun tó burú nínú bí ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run náà ṣe pé K1 láti kọrin lórí pẹpẹ Ọlọ́run nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì rẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó ń tàbùkù ìwà ọ̀hún sọ pé tí àwọn ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tó lórúkọ ní Nàìjíríà bíi Pásítọ̀ Adébóyè, Pásítọ̀ Kúmúyì, Pásítọ̀ Olúkọ̀yà, Bíṣọ́ọ̀bù Oyèdépò pẹ̀lú àwọn ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run míì kò bá lè pe olórin fújì láti kọrin lórí pẹpẹ wọn, wọ́n ní á jẹ́ pé ohun tí kò dáa gbáà ni kẹ́ni tó pe ara rẹ̀ ní ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run náà pe olórin fújì láti wá kọrin lórí pẹpẹ rẹ̀. Bí ẹ kò bá gbàgbé, pásítọ̀ ìjọ Rìdíìmù lágbègbè Ṣómólú nílùú Èkó kan fẹ́ ṣe ìsọjí lọ́dún díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn tó sì fi fọ́tò Pasuma sínú pósítà rẹ̀ láti wá kọrin níbi ìsọjí náà. Àṣírí pásítọ̀ yìí ló tú síta láì tí ṣe ìsọjí náà, tí àwọn aláṣẹ ìjọ Rìdíìmù tí Pásítọ̀ Adébóyè jẹ́ olórí wọn fi lé pásítọ̀ náà dànù títí dòní, tí wọ́n sì fagilé ìsọjí tí ọkùnrin náà fẹ́ ṣe nígbà náà. Ṣá o, Wàsíù Àyìndé ni wòlíì Ọládélé, ẹni tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Genesis nílùú Èkó, pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí olórin pàtàkì nínú àjọ̀dún ìkórè ẹlẹ́kan lọ́dún tó ń ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá lọ́hùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n sì ti dá orin fújì tí K1 kọ nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọn sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára báyìí, níbi tí gbogbo èèyàn ti ń láǹfààní láti wo bí K1 ṣe ń kọrin fújì lórí pẹpẹ Olúwa nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọn. I have to read this so that I read it in Yoruba. Any of you that want to get the paper, Alariye Odua, you can send for it, but the story is enough for you to have learned one or two things. This is the paper. It's in Nigeria. Yeah, I read it to let us understand some of the underground feeling. If you say Prophet Marcus is aggressive, that he condemns things, he does not. The prophet does not talk if he does not see things. He does not make noise if he does not see things that are wrong. And if you say, oh, they are doing this in his church, they are doing that, and you want to use that as a unique selling point to diminish his image, I'm sorry for you, because you don't understand him. He's a peculiar prophet. You don't even understand a bit about him. Bí Olúwa ṣe pè ọ̀ṣọ́fà, ó yàtọ̀ sí bí Olúwa ṣe pè àwọn tó kù. But the peculiar thing is that Celestial Church of Christ cannot deviate from some of these fundamental, divine, peculiar traditions. If you say, oh, my own church, you should allow me to run my select the way I want to run it, then if we look at your logo, we are not even seeing Celestial Church of Christ on the logo. It is so minute. All we see is the name of your ministry, Genesis, Genesis, Genesis. I'm not saying it is too bad though, but why can't you just create Genesis Gospel Church? Those are the things that are fighting. Nobody is fighting you. Is it Prophet Marcus that allegedly followed you to Model Parish some 2 months ago? And when you were leaving, is it Prophet Marcus that used his hand to carry the gun, or was he the one that told the police to shoot? And we learned that the gun met somebody and killed the father of 5. Somebody even told us, a friend that is close to you told us in confidence that the gun even shot a live wire, and the wire came down and electrocuted the person. Those are different allegations. But till today now, that story is buried. Now, a young boy came to your church, and the boy said he didn't know what happened to him. He was running helter-skelter. We didn't even know. We don't have the video where he went to the well, to jump into the well. And I heard you said you have cameras in your church. I think you said it in this video. Yes, you said you have camera in your church, and the camera records everything. Can we get a camera that recorded when the boy was trying to jump into the well? Then you now said the boy told you that it is Prophet Marcus that told him to come and jump into the well. Then in another breath you said the boys that you suspect that Prophet Marcus used her for share to tell the boy to come and jump. Then you now said Prophet Marcus called the boy in the middle of the night and said, how far? If you send a suicide bomber to go and kill himself, I'm not sure you'll be in a very good position to ask the bomber how far, because by that time it will have detonated. And if you ask him how far, he will have told you that, oh, you should have allowed the boy to even say that. The boy will have said that, but the boy said, I don't even know what happened to me. I was in the church, I was praying, and something just came over me. And we told you that this boy is a special child. I hope you heard what the mother said in that video. The mother said the boy she is praying for, that she's his mother, she knows that her child has a peculiar challenge. Now, what does the Bible say? Even in the Bible, it says that if you see the cattle of your neighbor going astray, I think it's in the book of Deuteronomy 22 from verse 1 to 5. Deuteronomy 22 from verse 1 to 5. And even Matthew 5 from verse 43 to 48. So if you see the sheep of your neighbor going astray, you help your neighbor to take care of it and return it to your neighbor. As a leader of a church, what would have expected of you was to have taken the boy, pray for the boy, send for the mother, if possible send for the shepherd, and say, this is what we saw. But what happened? We have prayed for him. That would have given you a whole lot of enormous respect from Prophet Marcus. In fact, I'm sure the Prophet Marcus that I know will have gone public to appreciate you, to thank you, to say, oh, thank you for what you did to us, or for what you did for us. So if you say somebody is abusing you, somebody is saying all sorts of things about you, or somebody is talking about it, globally in the whole world now, there is opinion running about how church is being run. People are criticizing different antecedents of the church, even the president. We have people like Dr. Sunday Adelaja. We have people like Daddy Freeze. We have great men of God in America, in Canada, in Ukraine, who are speaking about against the evil in the church. Prophet Marcus is just one of the 7,000 prophets that God told Elijah that he kept in Samaria in those days. If you think Prophet Marcus is the only one saying all these things, there are 7,000 prophets that God has not even started using. And that's what God is going to prove to some of you this 2020 that we're going into. I have drawn your attention to some of the things that you should look into. You said in your broadcast, oh, if they come from K2, you will tell them, they can even beat them up, and they can smack their head. That only one way, one more. Be Joshua. But if you are running your ministry under the banner of Celestial Church of Christ, then you must follow the rules and regulations. You must follow the precedents. Some of these Yopi shepherds, we say, oh, we are not going to river, and we don't go to Agiju, we don't go and pray. But Celestial Church is a peculiar church. So you don't even allow women to even clean their menstruation after 7 days. Then you now say there is a problem. Then in your parish, it's like you pray like CAC. In Celestial Church of Christ, we don't have too much. We don't have problem. We don't pray like people under challenge. The song says, Òkùnkùn kò lè borí ìmọ́lẹ̀, òkùnkùn kò lè borí òṣùpá, ìràwọ̀ méje ń forí balẹ̀ fún ògo ìjọ mímọ́. He said, ẹ jẹ́ ká fọ́pẹ́ fún Baba, oòrùn òṣùpá wà nínú ìmọ́lẹ̀, ènìyàn kò ní agbára lórí ìjọ mímọ́ yìí. Ọba wa ọ̀run ló fi jọ ìránṣẹ́, àwọn áńgẹ́lì yọ, wọ́n yọ nínú Kristi. That line in that song, ènìyàn kò ní agbára lórí ìjọ yìí, is a very powerful authoritative line. So if your parish is now shouting ẹ gbàdúrà and commanding prayer as if you are in CAC, as if God's ear is so deep to hear your prayer, then something is happening with your foundation. If people have to sweat it out for God to listen to them in your own parish, then you should check yourself very well. Because in the Celestial Church of Christ, it is Jehovah, Jesus Christ, Holy Michael, and miracles start to fall upon you. The spirits descend and signs and wonder begin to manifest. It is a great church, but it is a church with rules and regulation. It is a great church, but it is a church with a peculiar destiny. It is a great church, but it is a church with divine ethics. And according to what Oshofa said, you cannot go against these ethics and remain the same. You will be seeing warfare from every corner, and you will be thinking somebody that is challenging or after you. Then you will be telling the world that them Oluomo ti gbọ́ sí, anybody ti gbọ́ sí, IG ti gbọ́ sí. The Bible said somewhere, it said, we are not even allowed to take ourselves to court. You know, there's somewhere in the Bible. Okay, let me read this place. It said, if a man has a stubborn and rebellious son who will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and who, when they have chastised him, will not heed them, then his father and his mother shall take hold of him and bring him out to the elders of his city, to the gate of his city, and they shall say to the elders of the city, this son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. Then all the men of the city shall stone him to death with stones. So you shall put away the evil from among you, and all Israel shall hear the fear. But that is Old Testament. In today's world, you cannot even afford to do that. You know, you can't do that because they are all new things. New things old things have passed away, and there are new things that have happened now to us. Let me look at the book of Timothy, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy 3, 1-5. You know, it's a very interesting time. He said, but know this, that in the last day perilous times will come, for men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but deny its power. Having a form of godliness but deny its power. And from such people turn away. For of these sorts are those who creep into households and make captives of gullible women, loaded down with sins, led away by various lusts, always learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now, as James and Jambres resisted Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds, disapproved concerning the faith, but they will progress no further, for their folly will be manifest to all, as theirs also was. What this portion is telling us, that in the last day we will see all this kind of character, boasters, telling us that we will do this, I will do this, I will do this, and you'll be wondering that, is this person a man of God? You will have people that love pleasure. They will want to sing like people in the world. They will want to act like people in the world. They will want to dance like people in the world. They will want to preach like people in the world. In the Celestial Church of Christ, it is the Holy Spirit that manifests. It is the Holy Spirit that directs. It is the Holy Spirit that allow us or allow you to manifest the way you want to manifest. It is not philosophy. It is not book reading. It is not about library or research paper. It is how the Spirit directs you. Now you unleash some dogs. You said they should start abusing Prophet MKO Tibetan. You even said it in your church. Okay, look at the person you said should abuse the prophet. Look at how she reacted. And I'm very shocked the way she even dressed, even from her dressing. By their fool we shall know them. Just look at her in this short video now. Look at what she's saying. Look at the way she behaved.
ọmọ ọlọ́gẹ̀dẹ̀ ó máa dúró sẹ́yìn ní gbogbo ọkọ̀ sẹ́ńtì ò nídìí mọ́ èmi nìkan ni mo nídìí Nàìjíríà gbogbo bí tí mo lọ èmi nìkan ni mo ní flat yansh and I don't know how to wear bum. I can't be wearing bum. Okay, when I wear bum and somebody give me a lift on the road, he stopped because of my bum. Maybe he was attracted to me because of my bum. He now gave me a ride. I want only I love you, Buki, I like you. What attracted me to stop for you was your bum. Our delincy. Oh, when you are my woni, Jacka Yarawo. Oh, I learned the bum. Oh, I put bum faking. How will I feel? Nigerians, everything about them now is fake. I don't know. I pity all these men that date all these Nigerian girls. They are so fake, and they can bleach for the world. Oboraku. Genesis. How can I shock you? My daddy, my uncle, Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde is gonna be singing in Genesis on Sunday. Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde, CEO, Tea and Coffee, Adeniro Gusaya, is gonna be on the stand to sing on Sunday. Yes, live and direct. Tibetan, you sat in that your Okpangu church. Gbogbo àwọn tó wà church Tibetan wọn ju 23.5 lọ. Half yẹn ọmọ kókó tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bí ni. 23 ni wọ́n. Mo wá bá wọn fi half yẹn kù tó wọn ọmọ kókó kan. Àtọmọdé àtàgbà wọn collectively 23.5 ni. Baba Tibetan, if you don't stop it, àwọn tó pe bàbá àdàbí tó yẹ pé kò ṣe Ọlọ́run ló pe ṣùgbọ́n tó yẹ pé Ọlọ́run ló pe bàbá Tibetan èmi kàn wá sọ fún yín ni o a fẹ́ yà wá sí church yín ká máa wà yín ká wà yín mo fẹ́ àwa fẹ́ wá sí church yín ni certificate tèmi èmi à ń gé ẹ̀ sílé ni o.
Those are the kind of people you unleashed, and those are the kind of people that are close to you. What do they say about you, and what do you say about them? This is a message for you. Like I said, I have nothing against you. I'm just calling your attention to details. In the book of Colossians 3, from verse 1 to 13, he said, "If then you are raised with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ is sitting at the right hand of God. Set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth. For you died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is our life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Therefore put to death your members which are on the earth." What are your members on the earth that God is talking about? Fornication, uncleanness, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Because of these things, the wrath of God is coming upon the sons of disobedience, in which you yourself once walked when you lived in them. But now you yourself are to put off all this: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy language out of your mouth. Do not lie to one another, since you have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, who is renewed in knowledge according to the image of him who created him. That's that. Then Colossians 2 to 10. Okay, let's go. Then you are talking about issue. Oh, you were saying, oh, you will do this, you will do that, and all that. And I keep wondering. You mentioned my name. You said I don't even know how to interview people, that I keep whining and all that. But good enough. Of course, maybe you didn't even know better about me. A few days ago, Chief Dele Ogundipe was in London, who is a very good elderly friend. And he was speaking with the top Nigerian in London that I will not want to mention his name. And this man told me on phone that he loved the way I do my interviews. That in fact, there should be a name, they should find a name to call my style of interview. That my own kind of journalism is what really thrills them over there. That they have a club whereby they even share my videos, and they like the way I ask questions, the way I relate to people, the way I try to get responses out of people. Just this evening again, somebody called from Canada, my very good friend in Canada, Mr. Kwama. He called and he was giving the same shower of praise, telling us that we should continue, that he loved our style of interview, the way we relate with people, the way we talk, the way we make people to give us information, the way we do interview in the most relaxed atmosphere, no high tension, no highfalutin braggadocio and all that. But when you now went to your altar and you say, oh, blah 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 blah, that you're going to deal with me and Prophet Marcus, that is ridiculous, because it is same you that you called me the other day and you are begging me profusely, apologizing for what you did to me in year 2016. And if you recall, that was very bad. And you even begged me, you said I should come, that anytime I'm coming, you will stand at the junction, you will open the gate of your house, you will take me to your bedroom, you will let me see your toilet, you will let me see your bathroom, that you even take me to the dining. You said all sort of things, and that you even make your pregnant wife to use her pregnancy to kneel down and beg me, that even if you see me in public, you will prostrate. Okay, now, can you now collate that with what you are saying about me on your altar? And that's one of the reasons we did this video. I've not done this video to diminish you or to abuse you. I'm just doing it to enlighten you. Because you know what? You are a leader of men. You are a leader of a church. You need to be talked to. You need to get some little ideas. You need to have little awareness. If you're angry with Prophet Marcus, there is a way, a Christian way. The 1 Corinthians verse 6. No, chapter 6 from verse 1. It said, dear any of you having a matter against another, go to law before the unrighteous and not before the saints. Do you not know that the saints will judge the world? And if the world will be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Do you not know that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? If then you have judgment concerning things pertaining to this life, do you appoint those who are least esteemed by the church to judge? I say this to your name. Is it so that there is not a wise man among you, not even one, who will be able to judge between his brethren? But brothers go to law against brother, and before unbelievers. Now therefore it is already an utter failure for you that you go to law against one another. Why do you not rather accept wrong? Why do you not rather let yourself be cheated? What the Bible is trying to say here is that it is better you are cool, calm and collected and diplomatic about issues, rather than saying, oh, I will do this, I will do this, I will do that, I will do this. That is very boastful. Nobody boasts about tomorrow. It is only God that is the author of tomorrow. Then going back to the issue of the young man. From my investigation, you release the man after 4 days in a police cell because eventually you discover there was no case. The man you accused of sending him to come and commit suicide was not even in the country. The man is even busy. This is a man that you get to his place and you see very, very intelligent, matured Nigerians who are his friends. This is a man who is gifted in his own peculiar way, a healer. This is a man that has his own peculiar calling. He does not even have time. So you think such a man will have time to conspire with somebody to come and kill himself in your church, and you went woo-ha. And I also pity you because you said you were conspiring to disgrace you. In fact, the conspiracy unfortunately worked, because if you are deep, you wouldn't have gone that way. You would have known that this is a big one. You should have restrained yourself. You should have known that the outcome, because even looking at you in that video, okay, look at you in that video, look at the way you are interviewing that young man. Look, do you look like a leader of 20,000 church member? Just watch the way you are interviewing the boy now. Just watch and assess yourself.
What's your name?
Attempt to commit suicide.
Emmanuel Jeremiah. Where do you worship? Elisha Parish. You said your shepherd is a Tibetan, Marcus, and he knows you, and your mother is working with that shepherd. Does that shepherd know that your mother does all this?
No.
Did you see how you look? Did you see the way you were interviewing the young man, trying to put word into his mouth? Because I don't know why you are doing this, and I don't know why you want to. I'm only coming out to clear my conscience and to also educate you. Not even educate you, of course. I'm just a young man. I've put out some things to you to let you know that that is not what we expect of you. You are very highly esteemed. We respect you. You're a church leader, a graduate of Prophet MKO University. Very intelligent young man. You read book, you go to the library, and you say you run a church that you took a franchise, a church that is a spiritual church. You run under the banner of Celestial Church of Christ, and here you say you are not running with the doctrine. Fine, but you have to be circumspect. You don't bring bandages. You don't tell people, "Hello, no." That is a very horrible and unfortunate utterance from a respected, intellectually sound man of God, a graduate of Prophet MKO University, according to your Facebook profile. A traveler. You've traveled to America. You've traveled all over. You know, I hold you in high esteem, despite what happened between me and you in 2016, which we are apologizing for the other day. It's just unfortunate that I didn't even prepare that you are going to call me that day. You know, I didn't know because I was planning to travel out of the state. You know, but in all this, what are we doing this for? Some of the reactions, even how the boy talked in the video, you see that this boy is a special child, in quotes. Is a special child. Mothers do have them, fathers do have them. And if his mother said, "Oh, then we should have asked that question, not that you go to the public and you disgrace yourself, trying to disgrace another man of God, and you say, oh, one single in church Tibetan, one shaking con. That is between Prophet MKO and God. Anything he does to liberate people, anything he does in the name of prayer, in the name of spirituality, even if you imagine, if those people are not complaining, nobody has ever come to say, oh, Prophet MKO slept with me. Nobody has ever come to say, oh, Prophet MKO fathered my child when I was young. But today now, you are a very great man. They call you Baba Testimony. They call you Baba Winners. They call you Baba Excel. And both Winners, Excel and Testimony, by the grace of God, they are different mothers. That is your own good luck. That is your own portion. There are other children that you are still sharing. May God allow you to have more and more of children. Even in the Bible, there are a lot of great men that had more, 2-3 women. If you have 4-5, well, that is your own cup of ogi. But, sir, Prophet Dele Ogundipe, always find out before you go out. Find out the truth according to the Bible. Find out everything for you to be able to establish the truth. Always find out all facts so that you can establish the good truth. I've read some of the celestial parts for you. We are going to show you some other videos. We're going to show you some of the little things that you did that I find so very interesting. I won't say I find it funny. And this broadcast is just to enlighten you and to also send a signal to my friend in the intelligence community to let them know what is going on, and to also let you know that you, Prophet Ogundipe, apologized to me in September. You begged me profusely on the phone. You said I should come and have breakfast in your house. I should come and enter your house. That your wife is pregnant. You will tell her to use her pregnancy to kneel down and beg me. That you are ready to prostrate for me. But when I saw that video, I was shocked. I was embarrassed. You said you are going to deal with me and Prophet MKO Tibetan. That is conspiracy. I'm just a journalist. I'm doing my job. I have a platform. And for God so good, there is a way that we are trained that you might not. Maybe you need to also find out. You know, there's a way we are trained, and we are getting into our training. I've been in this trade for the past 20 years plus. And if I've been doing it for 20 years plus, now as a leader of church, you now tell people that I'm not well trained, I'm not well structured. And you even went out. The other day they say you mentioned my name in your church. Some people say you are cursing, some people say you are praying. Which one do we believe? The good thing is that find a diplomatic table. If you are a real man of God, you are a genuine leader of a church, and you are inspired by the Holy Spirit, find a way and relate to Prophet MKO. If there is things that you are doing that is wrong to the tenet of the church, find the elders and appeal, apologize. And that will speak better of a good Christian, a good church leader, a man of God. Conclusion. I thank everybody for listening to the video. And I want everybody to look at the technicality of the issues. That the boy came to say, oh, something happened to me. And the man of God arrested him and said he wanted to commit suicide. And the man of God said it's another man of God that arranged the boy. We should look at the technicalities of the story. Then secondly, mothers. I'm not saying anybody is doing evil, but always be attentive to gifts that are being given to your children, especially when they were young. Be attentive to gifts that are being given to them. Be attentive to gifts that people give to your children. Not every gift is spiritually clean. And for those that have wisdom, you can take it. Any seed could be sown into the life of your child, and you will just be disturbed for the rest of your life. If you are a spiritual church goer, if you're a Celestian, you're a Cherubim and Seraphim, you are an Aladura, you will understand all these things. My role model and mentor, Chief Dele Ogundipe, when he was born in the church of Aladura, they gave messages and they told his mother some specific things. One day I will read it out. I have the copy of those predictions in the house here. And those things at the age of 28 in 1988, Dele Ogundipe came to Lagos and he had his breakthrough. At the age of 40, his brand magazine Ovation was 4 years old. And when he was doing his birthday, King Sonade was performing at Excellence Hotel Ogba. By the time he clocked 50, it was Ebenezer Obey and conglomerate of other musicians. So when your mother, when you have a baby, don't allow people, don't take things that you don't know the source or you don't know the purpose. Be very, very careful. That is what this broadcast is going to teach us. Take your time, watch it, digest it, and learn from it. And for Prophet MKO Tibetan, I wish you a very wonderful ministry. I encourage that you continue, because we've been trying to reach you in America everywhere, but I know you are busy now. And let me also tell you, before you traveled, thank God, your father came from home, your 94-year-old father. And I said, let us interview him. You nearly rejected, you didn't want it, but eventually I was able to have my way. It's because of days like this. And the man said a lot of things about you when you were born, things you started doing from the age of 6. How you started healing people, how you started doing things for people. Meaning that you are even a peculiar child and you are not an ordinary child. Until date, you've maintained it. You don't womanize, you don't chase money, you don't chase wealth, you do things freely for people, you liberate people. Since I've known you, I've been liberated. A lot of my friends that knew you have been liberated. A lot of Nigerians that knew you have been liberated. I've met a lot of good Nigerians in your courtship. In fact, I've met people that even sowed seed to my life through you. I want to appeal to you to please continue the good job you are doing. Don't be stunted. Don't be perturbed. Don't be derailed. God knows that you're a very genuine prophet, but a peculiar prophet. And anybody that questions your peculiarity will need to take answer sheet from God. Then to Prophet Dele Ogundipe, my friend, the prophet of Genesis Parish, thank you. But I want you to learn from this action of yours. And I want you to take sound decision to find out the position of the Bible. Ask yourself if what you've done really is okay. Yes, it might be okay to your members, okay to your fans, but you are the leader. The buck stops on your table. I wish you well, and I pray that God will continue to empower you to understand the truth. Thank you so much. God bless you. The discourse continues.